Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Lori Denning and I'm a yoga instructor and a yoga therapist. So today we're going to do a short practice just to gain some mobility in our shoulders and maybe release tension in our neck. So first of all, what we want to think about when we're doing a chair yoga class is how we're seated. First of all, we want to sit nice and tall. I'm going to turn sideways. You guys stay where you are. And I just want to show you my side view. This is how we normally sit, right? It's so comfy, but look at my back. My chest is all caved in. My lower back, which should have a little inward curve, is curving outward. And this whole part of my mid-back is losing strength. Tightness in the front, weakness in the back. Notice how my ear is way forward from my shoulder. Now, good alignment would be this: ear over shoulder, and this little bit of a lordotic curve in your lower back. So in order to achieve that, I have my navel pulled in towards my spine and I lift it up a little like an elevator. And that keeps your pelvis in a nice position. So try that. So first of all, think about sitting up nice and tall. Pull your navel in. Now look at my feet. Flat on the floor. And notice my toes are pointing straight ahead. I'm not out like this. Now, if you have a tendency to sit like this, it's causing a lot of tightness in your glute muscles, in your bottom muscles, and it can cause sciatica because you've got your hips in this external rotation all the time, which is contracting the piriformis muscle. So just an awareness exercise. We like to think of it as yoga off the mat. So things to think about in your daily life. Also, how do you walk? Do you walk duck feet like this? What you're doing is you're compressing this muscle that's right in the middle of the glute, and right under it is the sciatic nerve. And if you've ever experienced sciatica, it's not a pleasant thing. I have, and I had it one time before my hip replacement, and the pain went from my buttock all the way down to my heel. Not a fun thing. So just an awareness exercise. Notice how you're sitting. And notice that I'm going to sit sideways again so you can see. Notice that my body forms a right ankle from the hip to the knee, and then the knee to the ankle. It's a right ankle. So it's not like this and it's not like this. Alignment is key in any kind of a yoga practice, especially when we're trying to bring our body back to balance. So what I'd like you to do now is bring your hands to your lap and bring your palms up. And just notice how that feels. I want you to pull your navel in and think about your pelvis here. If it were tipped forward and you had a glass of water here, the water would be pouring out. And if we were in this rounded position with the lower back rounding, the water would be pouring out the back. So I want you to cultivate a neutral pelvis. So pull your navel in and gently lift the tummy up a little bit. Feet are flat on the floor. Now, if you can't reach the floor and your feet are hanging, that's pulling on the low back. So what I would have you do is get a blanket or a pillow, something to put under your feet so that your feet are on the floor. So now what I'd like you to do is close your eyes. Let's have our palms face up and gently chin to chest, just a little bit. Keep your tummy in. And we're going to start with a little bit of a breath work. Want you to take your right hand. You can open your eyes to watch me right now before we get started. The right hand on the tummy, on the belly button, and maybe the left hand on your chest. So sitting up nice and tall, and in yoga we breathe in and out through our nose unless there's a reason you can't. Maybe you're stopped up, it's allergy season, or maybe there's a medical reason you can't breathe through your nose. So then of course you're going to breathe through your mouth. But if you can, breathing in and out of your nostrils slows your breath, and it filters the air and it warms it up. So it's better for your lungs. So right now we're going to close our eyes. And I want you to feel the hand on the navel. And as you breathe in through the nose, press the breath into the hand. So let your belly rise up. And as you exhale, feel the belly soften back towards the spine. So when the hand on the chest is stationary, it's not moving. So we're moving, breathing into the belly, which is your diaphragm. So breathing in through the nose, have the belly pooch out. And as you exhale, gently pull the tummy in. So breathing into the belly. And then softening, and the belly retreats back towards the spine. Keep your chest lifted and breathing in. And tummy in a little bit. So just breathing into the belly. In a minute we're going to change it. Nice slow breath. See if you can hear the breath. And now the hand on the chest. Leave the hand on the belly quiet and breathe into the hand in the chest through the nose. So inhaling, hand, the chest rises. And then the exhale, I want you to feel the shoulders get heavy. So the inhale, breathe into the hand. Notice your back arches a little bit. And then the exhale, the shoulders soften. One more breath like that. Good. Now open your eyes. I like to sit with my palms face up. It just is a little bit opening on your shoulders. Our society, our lifestyle is all like this, shoulders rolled forward. It compresses your pectoral muscles. And so now we want to rotate those arms back and open our chest. So what I want you to do now is imagine you're at a swimming pool or the beach and you have an inner tube around your middle to keep you afloat. But there's like a 1/2 inch gap between your torso and that inner tube. So before we close our eyes, I want you to watch me. So I'm going to inhale into my belly, but imagine that it's going all the way sideways, front and back, and diagonally. So you're filling up that 1/2 inch gap of that inner tube with your torso. And then as you exhale, it feels like everything's coming back towards the midline of your body. Try that with me. You can use your hands just to give that feel. Sometimes we need that visual, that feeling. So as you inhale, imagine you're breathing into the whole torso and it's widening, it's filling that gap of that inner tube. And then as you exhale, the torso retracts back to center. Now, bring your hands, palms face up. Close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall, tuck your chin a little bit. Imagine there's a big hand pressing your head back so that your ear lines up over your shoulder. And now as you inhale, let's breathe into that inner tube and widen the breath so it fills up that gap, front, back, sideways, laterally. And then the exhale, slow breath out through the nose and feel the shoulders get heavy. Keep breathing. Slow breath out. So we're really, I'm going to count it next so that you can really feel how slow we're breathing. I want you to inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. And now exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause. So nice slow breathing. Keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause. And now the exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause. One more time, breathing in. Feel the inner tube, the torso widening out. And then the exhale, slowly the body comes back to center. Good job, guys. Open your eyes. So we started, when we breathe into our bellies, that's your diaphragm. So we're breathing in diaphragmatic breath, which is very calming to your nervous system. We brought it up a little higher in the chest just to feel what it's like to feel that breath move from different parts of our body. And then we did that inner tube breathing to bring that deep breath throughout our whole torso. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start to loosen up our neck. So first, I teach 2 chair classes at Torrance Memorial Hospital. We're of course not working right now because of the COVID-19 virus, and I've been out of work for a month. So making the best of things, wanting to keep my students busy and moving and not get really tight, because think about movement as lotion for your joints. Motion is lotion. So if we don't do anything and we sit and we're all slumped over, your body's going to retain that shape and you're going to get tight. And tight muscles are not very pleasant. They're painful. I have arthritis throughout my whole body, especially my shoulders and my hips and my left thumb. So, you know, we have to think about that as we go through the practice too. Nothing should hurt when we do it. You might feel a stretch, but what I'm going to cue you is, say I'm going to ask you to raise up your hand, your arm up so it's by the ear. If it hurts right here, then you stop right there. You don't push into pain. So in yoga, we have a concept called ahimsa, which means non-violence and not harm. And that means, of course, to anybody in society, to animals and our planet, but it means it to ourselves too. So as we go through this little practice that I'm going to give you today, I want you to remember that pain is no gain. It's bad for you, of course. Your body is sending out a message, stop, or you're going to injure me. So please listen to your body as we go through this. So I want to give some movement into our neck to increase range of motion. But when we look up to, when I ask you to look up, I don't mean cocking your head way back. That compresses the back of the neck. When I ask you to look up, you're going to look up only to, first of all, where it's comfortable for you, or up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, that seam. That's enough of extension. We don't want to go too far because our carotid arteries are back there and we don't want to compress those, especially with, the older crowd. My chair classes range from, about 50, 55 up to 90 years old. So especially when we get up in the older range of those years, we want to really be careful with extending our neck back. So what I'd like you to do is think about pulling tummy in, feet flat on the floor, feet straight and forward, palms are going to be up. That opens your shoulder. So what I want you to do now is, see, with yoga we inhale and exhale and move with the breath. So as you inhale, I want you to just gently look up to where the seam of the ceiling and the wall meet. And then as you exhale through the nose, you're bringing your chin to your chest nice and slow. Feel the stretch. So the inhale, look up. Don't let the back arch, so pull the navel in. And then the exhale, chin to chest. Just getting some flexion and extension in the neck. Remember, pain-free range of motion. Good. And one more time. Inhale, you look up. And exhale, look down. Try to breathe into your belly. And then come head to center. Now we're going to do something what we call is lateral flexion, which is bending your head to the side. So that's a motion we don't do very often. But because of this posture, all these muscles here get extremely tight. So let's get in good posture. Bring your hands down to your side. Pull your belly in. Bring your shoulders up and rotate them back. And bring them down your back. And imagine there's a big hand pushing your head back so that your ear lines up with your shoulder. I like to do my practice in front of a mirror, because alignment's important. So now, as you breathe in, I want you to think about there's a string pulling the crown of the head up taller. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your right ear, which is, you're going to see I'm doing my right, it's going to look like your left, but we're going to all do the right ear. So the inhale, lengthen the crown. And as you exhale, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel this stretch. So don't let the nose tip down. Don't let the nose tip up. Keep it right in center as if it was that center dial on a clock. And then inhale, come back to center. Same side. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, we're going to do right ear to right shoulder. Feel the stretch on the left side. And inhale back to center. Get taller. And now we're going to stay as we exhale. Take your left shoulder and bring the hand back a little bit. And feel it. If it's too much, bring your hand back to the lap. But see what works for you. As you inhale, imagine the crown of the head is getting taller. And as you exhale, I want you to feel that left hand, if it's not on your lap, let it get heavy. Bring it down. If it's on your lap, just let it hang down. So inhale, crown of the head gets length. And then the exhale, the left hand, the left shoulder get heavy. Feel the stretch. One more breath. Good job, guys. And then bring your head back up. Let's do the other side. So inhale, lengthen the crown. And as you exhale, keeping that nose right in the middle, make your left ear to the left shoulder. Feel this stretch here. And inhale, come back up, get taller. And the exhale over. Really watch yourself so that the nose doesn't go up or down. And inhale back to center. That's why a mirror is important. Make sure your shoulders are level too. And then exhale. Now we're going to stay. So we go in and out of the movement a couple, 3 times to loosen the muscles, to warm up the joint, and then we hold it statically. Very safe for your body that way. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head. There's a string pulling you longer. And then the exhale, let the right shoulder, the right hand sink down. 2 more breaths. Doesn't that feel good? It's a stretch, but it feels good because we're tight there. And then inhale, come back up. Now bring your shoulders up. Look at my palms are facing in. So shoulders up, roll them back. The palms come forward, bring them down, and then bring the backs of the hands forward. So nice big shoulder rolls. When we move this type of a joint, which is a ball and socket joint, same as our hip, we're creating a synovial fluid flow in there, which is like, remember, well, my dad used to own a gas station way back when, and in order to oil things, he had this long can with this pointy, think of, the oil can, like in the Wizard of Oz, the Tin Man, he got oiled up. That's what we're doing to our joints as we move them. So if we don't move, things get stiff in there and dried up. So it's so important to move. Now we're going to do a little bit of turning our head. How important is that? Are we still driving? Do you have to turn over your shoulder to look? Well, we need to gain that range of motion too. I want you to inhale, get tall. And as you exhale, look over the right shoulder as far as feels comfortable. Don't let the left shoulder come forward. Keep it back. And then inhale back to center, get taller. And exhale, looking over right shoulder. And inhale, getting tall, back to center. And one more time, get tall. Keep your tummy in too. Good. And just stay there. And breathe. If you want, the left hand can be down. If that doesn't feel good to your shoulder, keep it on your lap. I like palms up. And one more breath. And then inhale back to center. Good job. Let's do the other side. Inhale, get tall. And exhale, looking to the left. And inhale back to center, get taller. And exhale once again, looking to the left. Feel the stretch on the right side of the neck. And inhale back to center. And get taller yet. And now stay. As you inhale, feel the breath. And as you exhale, maybe twist a little more, maybe not. Listen to your body. Keep the right shoulder back. And one more breath. And then the inhale, we come back to center and we're going to roll our shoulders again. So we loosened up our neck. We've got one more to do. So I want you to look diagonally to the right. So not all the way, but diagonally halfway. You're going to inhale, get taller. And then you're going to keep the left shoulder back. You can even hold on to the bottom of the chair. I like that. Hold on to the bottom of the chair and then bring your chin down. Feel that here. That's your levator scapula. Get super tight from bad posture. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, chin down. And one more time, come back up, get taller, and then chin to chest and stay. And breathe. As you inhale, the crown lengthens. And as you exhale, you just soften down that left shoulder. 2 more breaths. So we're not going to stay in them very long, just for this. This is a range of motion class. And then bring your head back up and come back to center. Let's do the other side. So let your right arm dangle. Turn your head diagonally to the left halfway. Inhale, get taller. And now exhale, chin down. See if that's a good stretch. If you want more, hold on to the bottom of the chair. Inhale, come up. And exhale down. I should have mentioned in the beginning of class, have an armless chair if you can. That works best. If you don't, an armchair is okay. But if you have an armless, that's better. And chin down and stay. Inhalation, crown of head lengthens. And then the exhale, you're letting that left shoulder be heavy, right shoulder be heavy. And 2 more breaths. So levator scapula. From bad posture, that's one of the muscles gets super duper tight. And then inhale, come back to center. Let's rotate those shoulders back. Good. Now, we've loosened up our neck. Let's strengthen it a little bit. I want you to take your hands and put it right on your forehead. I want you to push, just gently push into the forehead, but push your hands push your head into your hand. Feel the back of the neck contract and strengthen, and then let it go. Breath in. The exhale, press the head into the fingers. And let go one more time. The exhale, press. And then let that go. Let's put the hands to the back of the head. Do the same thing, but pushing back. Breath in. And as you exhale, press into the hands. And inhale, let it go. The exhale, press. Now make sure your chin isn't up here. It should be level. So that big hand is pressing it back. And let go. You might even look like you have a double chin. And one more time, press. And release. Now take your right hand, bring it to the right side of your head. Breath in. The exhale, press into the hand. So now we're contracting the right side of our neck. And let go. So we want to stretch, but we want to strengthen too. We can stretch till the cows come home, but unless we're doing strengthening work too, our bodies are going to go right back to that slouchy position. And one more time. And let that go. Let's do the other side. So left hand just behind your ear. Press into it. And let it go. Deep breath in. So the exhale you press. And the inhale you let it go. That's what makes this yoga. Linking movement. One more time. Press. Linking the movement with a breath. And then bring that down. Roll your shoulders out. How's that feel? I feel looser. So let's move on to our shoulder blades a little bit, our scapula. So I want you to bring your hands down by your side, palms are facing in, hold your belly in, inhale, squish your shoulders up towards your ears, and then let them fall. Inhalation, they come up, and exhalation, they come down. And one more time, up, squish, squish, and then down. Good job. Now, let's do upward rotation of our scapula. That means raising our arms up over our head. Sometimes that gets hard for us. I had frozen shoulder on my right shoulder. I've been about year 2.5. It's unfreezing, but it's been so much work, so much dedication and patience. But if we set our mind to something and we're diligent and we're compliant with our exercises, believe me, your body will rebound. So let's start with our right arm. First of all, I would like you to spread your fingers wide and bring the back of the hand so that the back of the hand is forward. So as you inhale, lift the arm up as high as it will go, straight elbow if you can, and then exhale, bring it down. Spread the fingers wide. The inhalation, lift, hold the belly in, bring your arm up and bring it down. Remember, if it hurts, past there, this is where you go. We honor the body. And last time, lifting it up, spread the fingers, lift, 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 and then bring it down. Let's do the other side. Left hand, back of the hand forward, so the palm is back. Spread the fingers, tummy in, lift. Notice if one side feels more restricted. My right side I just did is a lot more restricted, but that was the one I had frozen shoulders, so makes sense. And a couple more. The spreading the fingers wide starts to give a little tug on the ligaments, which sometimes is really needed. And one more time. Good job. Now, what I'd like you to do is reach your arms out in front of you at shoulder height, palms in. I want you to reach forward, reach forward, reach forward, and then using your middle back muscles, let's bring your shoulders back over your ears. So reach, feel the scapula move apart, and then you bring it back using the back muscles. So pull it back. Try not to use your arms too much. And reach, and then really think about right between your shoulder blades, you're bringing it back. And last time, reach and bring it back. Good. That gave us a little work in that mid-back, didn't it? But that's what we need to strengthen in order to reverse this slouch. So now what I'd like you to do is bring your right hand out in front of you. Don't let the shoulder be up. Keep it down. And I want to stretch out your chest. Keep your navel in and open the arm out to the side as far as it wants to go. Feel the stretch here. And then the exhale, bring it back. Inhale, open, spread the fingers wide. And exhale, bring it back. Couple more. Opening and closing. And last time, try not to let the shoulder rise. And bring it back. And then bring your hand down the other side. Left arm up. Bring it back. Feel the stretch in the front of the shoulder. And bring it back. Opening, inhaling. And exhaling, folding. 2 more times. Spread the fingers and feel the stretch. And last time. I hope you guys are doing well. Alrighty. And let's roll the shoulders out. Good. Now we're going to take our right arm. Make sure the shoulder's not up by your ear. You're going to bring it across your body and gently hold just above the elbow and gently pull. Look over the right shoulder and feel the stretch all in the back of the shoulder. Right where we were opening it up. Now we're going to stretch it a little more. A couple more breaths. Don't forget to breathe. The exhale, gently pull your navel in. And then let that go. Let's bring our left arm shoulder height. Spread your fingers. Bring it across. Gently help it come. Give it a little tug with that hand and then look opposite. But don't let the shoulder be up here. Think about bringing it down. And look left if the neck says that's okay. And one more breath. And then let that go. Let's roll these shoulders out again. Now let's bring our arms out and let's just tap and release. The inhale and the exhale. Inhale, tap, exhale, tap. So we're getting movement into those elbows, aren't we? So they're getting oiled. Good job, guys. And then bring your hands down. Excuse me. All right, let's do some rolling of our shoulders again. Back. And one more time. Now I want you to sit forward a little bit. Hold your navel in and let the right arm hang and start to do this pendulum motion. Circumduction of the shoulder. Maybe it hurts to go that big. Maybe you need to go a little bitty circle, like the size of a quarter even. Start slow and make it bigger. Maybe you hear noise in the shoulder. little snap, crackle, pop, grating maybe. If there's no pain associated with it, you're okay. If it hurts, then don't do it as enthusiastically. Slow it down. Make the circle smaller. Go the other way. Good. Let's do the other side. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your left arm down and start to make your circles. Little. Start little. You want to test the water first. Make sure it doesn't hurt. And then gradually you can make it bigger. Or maybe not, depending on your body. We like to go the other way. We like to ask permission of our body. In yoga therapy, we ask permission. And what by that I mean, if it hurts, your body's saying no. So don't force it. That old thing that they used to say at the gyms is no pain, no gain. Well, that is so untrue. Any kind of discomfort or pain, your body's telling you to stop. So I want you to listen to your body. Good. All right. Sit up nice and tall. I want you to shake your hands. Shake them good. And after we're done shaking, I'm going to have you close your eyes and feel your hands. A little bit more. And then bring your palms up and feel your hands. Close your eyes. Feel the glow. In yoga, we call that our prana, our circulation, our life force. So just by moving, that's what we're doing with our whole body. We're creating a flow of energy in our body. The hands, you can really feel it. So I like to do that every now and then. All right, guys, let's move on. We're going to just do a little bit more. I'm going to break down these chair classes. The next one I'm going to do is for the lower body range of motion, and then we'll do some other ones with more yoga postures. This first couple is just to get you moving. If you haven't moved in a long time, let's start out slow. So our spine. I'm going to sit sideways. You guys stay front. Feet are on the floor. Toes straight ahead. So this is our cat and cow. You're sitting up tall, your ear is over your shoulder, so push your head back. So I want you to just bring your hands towards your thighs, arch your back, so squeeze the shoulder blades and gently look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then the exhale, pull the navel in, tuck the chin, and bring your hands towards the knees and gently round your back. The inhale, the hands slide towards the thighs and you lift your chest. We call this cat and cow. So think about your spine as getting this nice fluid movement in it, like an undulating movement. The exhale, tummy comes in and you just tuck your chin and round your back. Now, if you have osteoporosis, I don't want you to really round a lot. Thoracic flexion for osteoporosis is a no-no. So if you have that big dowager's hump in the back, just do it really this movement in the lower back. Keep the upper back steady and still. So that's your option for that. Either the low back or then you can bring the mid back into it if you don't have osteoporosis. And one more time. We're just going to do a couple more things today. Good job. All right, I'm going to come back to center. I'm going to sit forward a little bit in my chair. Now we're going to do lateral flexion, which is going to open your side. So from this posture here, the intercostals, the muscles in between your ribs get compressed. So with a lateral flexion and opening, we're opening them up so that we can get a better breath capacity. Sit up nice and tall. Have the right hand holding under the chair seat. The left arm. Now remember, if it hurts you to raise your arm up, I'm going to ask you to keep your hand on the shoulder and just lift with the elbow if that doesn't hurt you. If either hurts, you can just do the side without lifting the arm. We have to listen to our bodies. So if you can, pull your navel in, and the inhale raising I've got my left arm up, and now I'm going to pull the tummy in and tip to the side. I'm imagining I'm between two panes of glass, so I'm not tipping forward. And inhale back up. Exhale, tummy comes in, press into the feet, don't let the left hip raise, and then come back up. So feel stable, and now we're going to hold. So if your arm is up, you can look at it and think what feels better, my palm facing down or turning my palm up. What feels better to your shoulder? And do it, whatever feels best. Inhale into the ribs, feel them get wide. And then exhale, pull that tummy in. That's supporting your back. Your core muscles support your back. And one more breath. And then bring the palm down. and bring that arm down and circle that shoulder back. Let's do the other side. So holding onto the left hand, the right hand palm faces up, and you're going to bring your arm all the way up as far as it wants to go. And then you're going to exhale, tip, press into the feet, hold the belly in, and then inhale, come back up, get taller, and exhale, go over. Remember the modification. You can have your hand on your shoulder and lift the elbow, or you can have it down and just tip your body. But what I want you to remember is don't tip forward. You've got in between two panes of glass. So let's hold it, hold the belly in, and maybe the arms up over your head. Palm is either down or up, whatever feels better to you. And breathe. One more breath. And then bring that arm down and roll that shoulder out. Now let's think about our pelvis. I'm going to just turn sideways so you can see the movement. We're just going to do some pelvic rocks. So notice your pelvis. Imagine you have that glass of water here and it's level. So normally the back arches too much and the water would fall out. So I want you to pull your tummy in and find that level water. Now, as you inhale, I want you to let the belly soften and let the pelvis rock forward. And then as you exhale, pull the tummy in and round the back and have the pelvis tip down. So the water would be going out the back. The inhale to center, and then exhale, let the pelvis rock forward. Inhale to center, and then exhale, pull the belly in and really pull that tummy in and round that back unless it hurts. Some people, it bothers them if they have herniation. So you gotta listen to the body. Do the best you can, but just get some motion into that lower back. Couple more times. And we're gonna finish with hula hoop hips. Okay guys, let's come back to center. So I'm gonna have you sit forward. Make sure that your toes aren't turned out. Make sure that the knees and the toes are straight ahead. For this one though, I want you to widen your feet a little bit. You can point the toes out with this one a little bit. So we're going to start to just do some torso circling. I think I need a different chair. This one squeaks. One of my neighbors was so kind. She gifted me 4 antique chairs. I had to recover the seats, but I'm noticing they're pretty creaky. So maybe next time I'll use just a Costco folding chair. Let's link with our breath. Okay, let's come back to center. Now, as you inhale, you're going to go the forward part of the circle. And as you exhale, pull the tummy in and come to the back. And then the inhale, let the belly open. And then the exhale, the tummy comes in. Couple more. So this is good for your core. Any kind of movement here. It's good for digestion too. And now come to center. We're going to go the other way. So whatever way you went, let's do the opposite. So inhale, get tall, and start to circle. And then the exhale, when your body comes to the back part, tummy in. And inhale, tummy forward, and exhale, tummy in and back. You can get your shoulders into it if you want to make your circle bigger, but you got to listen to your body, my loves. Listen to the body. Let's do 3 more. Get our core to work. So the next time I post a chair class, it's going to be for the lower body, the legs, and later on I'll do some balance. I teach just a chair yoga class through the Torrance Memorial Hospital, and I also teach a chair class for balance and strength. So that's what I do. All right, let's come back to center. So I want you to hold on to the backs of the chair. Bring your feet in. Lift the chest, pull the navel in a lot, and gently look up. And really feel an opening in the chest, but make sure the navel's in. Now, some people, if they have herniations, back bends are not their friend. But the way to get around that is pulling your navel in and pointing the tailbone down, bringing that posterior pelvic tilt. That should help. If it doesn't work for you, leave it out. It's just that easy. So what I'm trying to do is stretch your chest. If that didn't work, just bring your arms open like this and stretch. And good job. Let's tap our feet out. Let's inhale, raise our arms up all the way up over our head. The hands meet and then you bring your hands to your heart. We call this Namaste Mudra. So we're gonna do a couple breaths and then we'll be done with class. So bring your palms face up, close your eyes. Just see how you're feeling after that. I think we went for about 40 minutes. That's a lot of movement if you haven't been moving. If you're sore tomorrow, take a break and start again the next day. If you're sore the next day, take a break and start again on the third day. So 2 days of soreness is okay. But just to get things moving, we just did a lot of movement. So coming back to breathing into the belly on the inhale. And then as you exhale, let the head and the shoulders lose the tension. Let them be heavy. And breathing in. And breathing out. Open your mouth inside out, breathing in through the nose. The mouth opens and you sigh it out. And one more time. And then open your eyes. I'm going to finish with one last pranayama, which is breath work. Pranayama means breath control. So what we're going to do now is we're going to inhale through our nose. We're going to imagine we're smelling a beautiful rose. And when we exhale, we're going to purse our lips like you're blowing through a straw and blow out a bunch of candles. Ready? It's your birthday today. So you're going to inhale, close your eyes, smell that rose, breathe in through the nose. And as you exhale, inhale, smell the rose. Pause, and then exhale, blow out those candles. Inhale, smell that beautiful fragrant rose. Hesitate at the top, and then blow out all of those candles. It's a lot of candles, so make a long, slow exhale. Keep going. As you inhale, bring in that good oxygen. And as you exhale, exhale stress, exhale toxins, exhale tightness. Just let your body soften. Two more. And then blink open your eyes and bring your hands to your heart and bow to yourself. So in yoga, we always end class with namaste. And what that means is the divine in me bows and honors the divine in you. So let's take our deep breath in and a long exhale out. Feel the shoulders soften. And I thank you so much for joining me today. And namaste. See you next time. Have a good evening.